Ever since May of 2020, when the Ferrari SF90 Stradale got revealed to the world, we knew that a hardcore variant was coming, but Ferrari didn't even make a hardcore variant, such as like the Pista version, the Scuderia version, the Speciale version. And if you think I'm wrong, well, let me explain in this video, because this is just absolutely insane, because it's finally here. So if you haven't already, subscribe down below to help me achieve my dream of becoming a successful YouTuber. I make all types of content on this channel, from everything from car reviews, vlogs, to my personal opinions, to redesigning cars, to short videos, informative videos, cinematic videos, and basically every single thing a car person would want in a YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below again, and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I make a new video. But as I was saying in the first few seconds of the video, they went straight to the XX division, which is like the very top of their performance model division or whatever. Cars such as the FXX, then we have the 599 XX, then we have the FXXK, the FXXK Evo. You get the gist. And all of these cars have one thing in common, and that they are not street legal at all, and they are the craziest of the crazy based on one particular production model. The 599XX being based on the 599 GTO, then we have the FXX being based on the Ferrari Enzo, then the FXXK is based on the LaFerrari. These cars do not care one bit about anything else except straight performance on the track, so it doesn't matter if it's beautiful or not, even though the FXXK Evo is probably the craziest model they've ever done, and it still looks stunning. An XX car is super limited, they are super exclusive, and they are super fast. And the newest addition to their fleet doesn't even use a V12, which is what they've always used in their XX models so far, at least from the 2000s. But the XX new car, let's just call it that, is the SF90, which doesn't just use not a V12, but it also adds electrification. So we all know the SF90 specs: 4-liter twin turbocharged V8, 3 electric motors, 2 in the front, 1 in the rear, 8-speed dual clutch transmission, 0 to 60 in around 2.2 seconds, an absolute beast of a car. It beats almost every single thing a car can even put up against the SF90, but they wanted to take things to the extreme, and the SF90 already handled around a corner very well. It was already a record breaker around tracks. Sorry, Mercedes-AMG 1, but the SF90 Stradale, even like the base SF90, already outran the AMG 1 hypercar, and that costed like $3.5 million. In the SF90, it's like under $1 million, which still sounds crazy to say. So what are the stats for the SF90 XX Stradale and XX Spider? So we have a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8, just as we have the SF90, but now it produces well over 1,000 horsepower, 1,030 European horsepower, which is converted into 1,016 American horsepower, which is the first Ferrari that's like a production model that actually produces over 1,000 horsepower. And this will come with all-wheel drive, just because it has the electric motors in the front and the V8 powering the rear, along with the 1 electric motor in the rear with the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. 0 to 60 happens in around 2.2 seconds, just as it does in the SF90 Stradale, but it does lose a lot of weight because this is a hardcore model, but not just a hardcore model, this is an XX model. But the XX models, as I said, are not street legal at all, but they somehow made this SF90 XX street legal. They literally took it to their XX division and then just made it have enough regulations to be road legal. So this is a real race car for the road. That term gets thrown a lot, but the SF90 XX can really have the honor to say that. And in my other videos, I've also explained why I wasn't too sure about the Aero, but now I get exactly why, because this isn't even just a hardcore SF90. This is like the XX version, which is like full straight out race car mode. The top speed is actually down from 211 miles an hour, which is obviously just claimed 211 miles an hour. That's in the standard SF90 Stradale, which is very slippery and very aerodynamic, but this is actually down to 199 miles an hour because of all the aero. You have these massive front splitters, massive vents everywhere, you have these canards everywhere, you have the massive wing, of course, which you cannot forget, and then you have that massive diffuser and massive outlets in the rear that's just sucking air out of every single corner. Pause. Ferrari claims it'll produce 1,168 pounds of downforce at 155 miles an hour, which is like, let's say a Lotus Elise on top of an SF90, and that's how much downforce it's producing. 799 Stradales and 599 Spiders are already sold out, and that's how much they're going to produce, and they're not going to produce anymore. So if you really want one, too bad. But let's just take a look at this thing, because this is just an absolutely insane looking car because, first of all, this is the first ever production Ferrari that has a fixed wing since the F50, but this looks very, very, like, not integrated well. The F50 was obviously part of the bodywork in its wing, and same thing with the F40, but this, it just looks like full race car mode. It has no care whatsoever. As I said, I've already explained my thoughts in these two videos right here. I'm not going to go in detail about the design. I'm just going to take a look at this front because, good gosh, it just looks so aggressive. It doesn't look like super menacing like the SVJ, but it does have these two little nostrils on the front hood, which is something I didn't expect. And the S-duct I also did not expect to be gone, because in the Pista and the SF90 it had the S-duct, same thing with the Ferrari F8, but now they switch back to the 488 style. Now I'm not just talking about the Pista, I'm talking about the GTB, which is like the base model 488. But the rear is probably where the biggest changes come, and that is the big wing, of course. But then also they have a full width light bar, and gone are the sort of Camaro-ish looking taillights on the standard SF90. That's not the only thing, because you have a massive diffuser in the rear and massive cutouts on the side of the wheel wells. You also have brand new designed racing seats for this thing, which look pretty cool, but I don't think they'll be that comfortable. They look very racy because, well, this is literally a race car for the road. Front fender louvers and rear fender louvers are seen as we've seen on the F12 TDF. Then we have a new side skirt aero in carbon fiber. The front isn't very clean at all. It doesn't look very beautiful or elegant. That's not what their goal was. They just wanted this focused on purely performance. Well, let's just take a look at the specs for this, because I'm not talking about the performance specs because we already discussed that. I'm talking about the launch specs, because Ferrari is very conservative usually. They want things to be classy and not so like over the top, but for this they chose like silver with orange accents. And then for the Spider they went blue and yellow. It reminds me of my friend Saman's SVJ Roadster 63 edition, but this car isn't very classy either. It's just a pure race car for the road, and they accomplished that with the XX version because they literally went to their XX division, took the SF90 there, then went straight out for performance, and they made this masterpiece of a car, somehow made it road legal, and this is what we have. And it's not pretty, but it's so fast. But that's just my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. But if you haven't already, just subscribe down below to help me achieve my dream of becoming a successful YouTuber. I make all types of content on this channel, from everything from car reviews, vlogs to my personal opinions, to redesigning cars, to short videos, informative videos, cinematic videos, and basically every single thing a car person would want in a YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below again, and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I make a new video. But again, tell me your thoughts on the SF90 XX Stradale, and check out my other two videos that I've made about it. I do hope to see you in a future video, and bye for now.
Please subscribe, lol, I have big dreams on YouTube.
But for this, it's down to 199 miles an hour. The top speed is